The moment Daniel saw his neighbor standing at the edge of her backyard, he knew his life was about to change forever. She had caught him looking in her direction, and for a few seconds, the single father felt the weight of shame and embarrassment crash over him. But before he could apologize or explain, she surprised him with words he never expected to hear. "Can you help my back pain?" Those 5 simple words turned an awkward moment into the beginning of a bond that would heal 2 lonely hearts. Before we continue, if you believe in kindness, second chances, and the power of unexpected friendships, please take a moment to like this video, share it with someone who needs a little hope today, and subscribe to the channel Kindness Space. Your support helps us bring more heartfelt stories like this one. Daniel had forgotten what it felt like to live for himself. After losing his wife 3 years earlier, his entire world became centered around his 8-year-old daughter, Lily. Every morning started before sunrise. He prepared her breakfast, packed her school bag, worked long hours at a small repair shop, and returned home exhausted just in time to help her with homework and make sure she never felt the emptiness that filled their house. Their home used to be filled with laughter, music, and dreams. But after his wife passed away from a sudden illness, silence became the loudest thing in every room. Daniel tried to be both parents, but there were nights when he sat alone at the kitchen table after Lily went to sleep, staring at old family photographs and wondering if he was doing enough. The neighborhood knew Daniel as the quiet man next door. He was polite but distant, always carrying the invisible burden of someone trying to hold a broken life together. He rarely attended gatherings, never complained, and always put everyone else's needs before his own. Then a new neighbor moved into the house beside his. Her name was Emma. She was different from the people Daniel was used to. She smiled easily, planted flowers along the fence, and brought warmth into a street that often felt cold. She was kind, but Daniel kept his distance. He had convinced himself that happiness was something meant for other people, not for someone like him. One summer afternoon, after a long and exhausting day at work, Daniel sat in his backyard trying to relax for a few minutes. He noticed Emma outside, enjoying the peaceful afternoon. She was sunbathing in her own yard, and Daniel accidentally looked over while lost in thought. It was not because of attraction or disrespect. The truth was much simpler. He was watching someone who seemed free, peaceful, and alive, something he had not felt in years, but Emma noticed. Daniel immediately looked away, his face filled with embarrassment. He worried she would misunderstand him. He worried she would see him as someone careless or inappropriate. For a man who had spent years trying to do everything right, the possibility of being judged hurt deeply. The next day, Daniel avoided his backyard completely. He kept his eyes down whenever he saw Emma outside. He felt ashamed, even though he knew his intentions were innocent. A few days later, Emma approached him near the fence. Daniel prepared himself for an uncomfortable conversation, but instead of anger, she gave him a gentle smile. She told him she had noticed his hesitation and understood that he was not trying to disrespect her. Then she admitted something surprising. She had been struggling with severe back pain for months, and she remembered that Daniel was skilled with repairs and knew a lot about physical work and helping people. She asked if he could help her understand what might be causing the pain and adjust a few things around her home that were making it worse. Daniel was shocked.